Hello, my name is Ulrich Stafford and I decided to start this website and YouTube channel to talk about truth and freedom. It has become very clear over the last year with the COVID crisis that an awful lot of public policy decisions are based on partial truths, mistruths, and outright lies, and not on the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The way the governments have chosen lockdowns, when clearly any analysis of lockdowns show that they're not effective at dealing with these kind of respiratory illnesses. The fact that they silence any critics, the fact that, and what's particularly scary is the fact that there's no opposition. The only opposition in the Dáil, for instance, to lockdowns is that they're not locking down hard enough. They're not shutting the borders to foreigners. They're not throwing judges out of jobs because they attended a dinner. They're not saying, hold on there, we're putting a lot of businesses at risk. Hold on there, will these lockdowns actually end up saving any lives? I mean, all you have to do is just compare the situation, let's say, in Sweden and Peru. Sweden had very little lockdown, if nothing, just kind of asked people to socially distance. Peru has had a serious lockdown since the start of the crisis back in March. If you look at the death curves now, Peru is number 3 in the world and Sweden is slipping down the list because Sweden has just gotten through the issue faster and they're coming out the other side with the quote-unquote herd immunity when a large number of people get the infection. But this isn't the first issue that I have kind of seen government policy being so wrong on. The whole issue of climate change and the ways that it's tackled, let's say windmills and electric cars, there are serious weaknesses in those public policies, but there is no debate. The only debate is whether we should do it faster or better or quicker, or look at what, there isn't any debate about whether it's the right thing to do at all. A typical climate change debate, whereas there might have been some skeptics involved perhaps in the 2000s, now a climate change debate would involve Friends of the Earth, Greenpeace and the Green Party, and they would argue about how fast to do it rather than including anybody skeptical. So between COVID, between the climate change issues and a lot of other issues, let's say to do with racism and culture and everything else, it seems like there's no debate allowed. If you don't have one view that's favoured by the government, you're silenced. And we are trying to fill that gap. We, in Truth and Freedom, will make sure that all public policy decisions are based on the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.